Failing to plan is you're planning to fail. If you don't have a target, you're just going to be shooting aimlessly, you know, throwing darts, spending money, throwing darts, spending. Eventually I saved up enough money to buy my own car, cash. No backup camera, no Apple Play this, no touch that, no Tesla this and that, da da da. It's a basic car. Something that, like, the inside of the car just looks like 2007. I wasn't trying to keep up with the Joneses, you know. If you think about it, if you're trying to maintain a lifestyle, who are you maintaining a lifestyle for? If you just like fashion, that's great, but if you like fashion to impress other people, it's cute, until it's not in style, and then those people are going to graduate and they're going to leave you. They're going to leave you and you're going to be in debt. 2007, it's cute, being debt. I can't go out every single time. Hey, if you guys want to hang out, we can walk around campus and we can eat McDonald's. Alright guys, what's up? It's me, Tami O, and today I'm going to be telling you guys how I saved $50,000 all before I graduated college. Okay, so just a disclaimer, you guys, everybody's different. Everybody has a different path in life. I'm not doing this to brag. I'm not doing this for anything. This might be nothing to know, and some people, this might be some chicken change. This might be crazy amounts of money to some other people because they just haven't seen this much money or been able to save this much. Whichever part of life you are in, just enjoy your journey. The best time to start was 5 years ago. Clearly I didn't even have a job 5 years ago. Wasn't even, you know what I mean? I didn't have a job that could pay me anything of like substance 5 years ago, but you know, a better time, if not 5 years ago, is today. So if you can start just saving today, then you can definitely save way more than this in the future. First and foremost, I had a goal, and my goal was to move out of my parents' house, but I didn't just want to get an apartment. I wanted to buy a house. My parents have always told me, Tommy, like, just save, just live at home. So again, I lived at home, so I was able to save a lot of money. But clearly, if a lot of people live at home with their parents and they still don't save this much or even close to this much. A lot of people also save a lot more than this, so it just depends. Don't compare yourself. Everyone's journey is different, but the way I was able to save this money was I lived below my means and a whole bunch of other things, and you guys can do it too. So, like I previously mentioned, I had a plan. My goal was to save to have a down payment for a house. I had a certain amount of money in my head that I wanted to have at least before I started looking, and that certain amount of money was $50,000. I knew that when I hit $50,000, I felt comfortable to start looking. I didn't think I was gonna have to put down the whole $50,000. My goal was to put down 30, but in the end, the way God has blessed me, I didn't have to put any money down when I purchased my home. I can do another video about that, but it's not a scam. I used a specific mortgage program. You guys might know about it, you guys might not know about it. I knew nothing about them when I was first looking into becoming a homeowner, but they're a good program if you can stick to it and if you don't get frustrated too easily. But I'm gonna definitely make a video about that and how I didn't pay any money down. The only money I put down for my house was like my earnest money, which went to like some of my closing costs, which weren't really closing costs. It's just like my prepaid, so like my taxes and things like that. But I can tell you guys all about that in my journey. But again, God is good and I'm only 22 and I have a house and I'm a homeowner in a crazy city, a crazy expensive city like Denver. So God has really blessed me. So again, if you can bless me, he can bless you too, whether you believe in him or not. But yes, I'm very thankful. Okay guys, have a plan, have a plan, have a plan. Please. If you don't have a target at all, you're just going to be shooting aimlessly. You know, if there's no bullseye target, then you're just going to be throwing darts, spending money, throwing darts, spending money. You know what I mean? Failing to plan is you're planning to fail, pretty much. So don't do that, y'all. Make sure you have a goal, whether your goal is to pay off student loan debt, whether your goal is to pay off college, cash flow college, whether your goal is to get a new car, whether your goal is to go on a vacation, whether your goal is to help your parents out, whatever your goal happens to be in life, whether your goal is to start a new business, or to quit your job and travel the world, whatever your goal is, have a goal so you know, like, hey, when I hit this target, I'm good. Or when I hit this target, I can reward myself. Or when I hit this target, I just know that life's gonna be good. Let me just hit this target. So please, y'all come up with the plan. So one of my tips is to live below your means. So again, I lived with my parents, so that cut down on housing, and housing is some people's biggest expenses. So you need to live somewhere, whether you're paying rent, you're paying a mortgage, paying something, like you need to live somewhere. And if you can live in the cheapest, if not free place, then take that option. I understand some people don't get along with their parents, that's understandable, and some people it's just not feasible. But if you can live with your parents, or live with your siblings, or live with your boyfriend and girlfriend, if you're fine with that, live with your husband and wife, live somewhere and live as essential, as like bare bones as possible. So I didn't have a car payment in college, so I bought my car outright. So again, my parents were really gracious. When I was in high school, me and my sister, we shared a 2007 Suzuki Forenza. We both shared it, but I drove it primarily because I had a job at the time. So we used that until it broke down, and then I used the family Subaru. And then eventually I saved up enough money to buy my own car, cash. I had saved up enough money to buy my current car, which is a 2016, what is it called? Nissan Versa. Not a fancy car, no backup camera, no Apple Play this, no touch that, no Tesla this and that, It's a basic car. It resembles something, like, it looks something that, like, the inside of the car just looks like 2007, you know what I mean? It's giving me the 2007 vibes, but I don't need anything fancy or anything. That's still the car I drive. It's pretty reliable. Can't get up the hills in snow, but besides that, it's perfect. It's great on gas. I don't have a car note every single month. I'm not worried about that. I don't have to buy the most expensive insurance. I just have to buy the minimum insurance because I own my car outright and I know how much it's worth to me. So you guys, if you can buy your car outright, buy a hoopty, or save up a couple $1,000s, save up maybe $5,000, buy something nicer than a hoopty, something reliable, something that you don't have to keep putting money in towards. But what you don't want is to have a car payment and have that be an obligation every single month, because that money that you're spending every single month on a car note, you could be saving that towards your goals. Also, limit your subscriptions. Right now, I'm not really practicing what I preach, but back in the day, my only subscription was my gym membership and my Apple Music. That was it. So my gym membership is still super cheap. It's $10 a month. And then I have like an annual like $60 payment. But again, it's just $10 a month, and then the annual payment once a month or once a year. So the $60 once a year, and every single month it's $10. So that's pretty low. And then my Apple Music, I still have Apple Music for students, even though I graduated this semester, and I believe that's $5. And then I have iCloud, like additional iCloud storage, and I think that's like $3 a month now. But limit your subscriptions. Now I have a little bit more subscriptions. I started getting EveryPlate because I started eating out a lot because I don't live at home anymore. But I did that. But I think, in my opinion, that just helps me not go to the grocery store and buy everything I see when I'm hungry. And it's just convenient instead of lugging it up, because I live in a condo, lugging it up some stairs. They just send it to me, order it, and I can still eat out like 2 times out of the week if I choose to. And these are pretty quick meals. Anyways, if you guys want, I'll leave my EveryPlate I think coupon code down below, but that's besides the point. But y'all, keep your subscriptions low. And now I have Netflix. Before, I did not have Netflix. I was super anti-Netflix. I think I got Netflix for the first time in 2020, like right before the pandemic. Before then, I did not own Netflix. I was like anti-Netflix. I was a trip. But yeah, keep your subscriptions pretty low. If it wasn't for EveryPlate, because that's like $60 a month, but besides that, everything comes down to like, I don't know, like 30 something, $40 a month. So keep it low, and don't just have random stuff. random subscriptions and forget about them. I had friends with similar goals. So again, I'm an accountant. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm an accountant, and in college I had my core group of friends, and I met them I think like my sophomore year of college, even my sophomore and junior year of college. And these same friends, they were super frugal. Like when I tell you, I went to a commuter college, so like all of my friends, they either lived at home or they were like adults, like real adults, you know, with kids and stuff. But most of my friends my own age commuted. So my primary group of accounting friends, we were all like, we're only gonna eat out this many times. If we eat out, we're only going to these places. That was good for us. I wasn't trying to keep up with the Joneses, you know. If you think about it, if you're trying to maintain a lifestyle, who are you maintaining a lifestyle for? If you just like fashion, that's great, but if you like fashion to impress other people, it's cute, until it's not in style, and then those people are going to graduate and they're going to leave you. They're going to leave you and you're going to be in debt. Or they're going to leave you, and better case scenario, you're just going to be broke. Not in debt, but you're going to be broke. Worst case scenario, you're going to be in debt because you're going to use credit cards to fund that lifestyle. Don't do all that flashy stuff. Just focus on your goals, have like-minded friends, and have friends who understand, hey, I can't go out every single time. Hey, if you guys want to hang out, we can walk around campus and we can eat McDonald's, you know, or we can bring our own lunch. Or, you know, if you want to go to somewhere, let's go somewhere that we can use our student discount. Have like-minded friends, because that's the best type of friend. I know that when I bought my house, I think I bought my housemate of 2021, and my friend, one of my accounting friends, and her fiance, they bought their house I think either the same month or like a month after me. So you guys have like-minded friends. If I didn't have friends like the friends that I had in college who were pushing me, and I had different friends who went clubbing all the time and who went partying and who went on vacations all the time, then I would definitely not have as much money saved up, because doing those things cost money, and to me it was short-term pain for long-term gain. So it's all up to you. And then also I created a budget. I literally was budgeting every single thing all throughout college. I was a server. I'm lying. For a majority of my college years I was a server. Before that I worked at a fast food Italian restaurant, and then I worked at a beauty supply store, and then I was a server at a barbecue restaurant, and then I was a server at a hotel as a banquet server, and I still do that job today. Yeah, I literally budgeted my money, and I think especially when I really started getting serious about it, I was a server and I was getting cash. I literally would write down my tips every single day, because primarily my income was tips based. So I literally budgeted everything, and I had a whole Excel spreadsheet. My mom thought I was losing my mind, but I was so diligent. And my thing is, when I set my mind to something, I am there. Like I am 155% there. And I always remember this saying that my parents told me. My father always told me, because my father, he's really good with money. At first when I was younger, I was like, oh my gosh, my dad, like he always has money, because there's never a chance where I needed money that he didn't give it to me if it's something I needed. But it was something I wanted and he just didn't want to do it. He just didn't want to do it, or if he just didn't have it, he would always tell me, hey, I just don't have it. Like, and I think a lot of people's parents aren't super transparent with them about money. My parents were never like, oh, we have this much in the bank account. But I just knew that if it was not a need and my parents didn't feel it was necessary, or if they just couldn't do it right then at that moment, they would tell me, hey, Tommy, we just can't do it. My parents weren't tiptoeing around it. They would just say, hey, we can't do it. And I really commend them about that. When I have kids in the future, I'm going to definitely tell them, hey, like, if this is a need, I got you. But if this is a want and I don't have right now, or if I already have plans for that money and I do have the money right now, but it's already set aside for something else, I'm sorry, I don't have it. You know, sue me. What are you gonna do?